Hi everyone and welcome to my 2023 techo kaigi. So I think this is the third year that I'm doing this, which is very exciting. I love me a little tradition. I guess for those of you who are new to the planner community or you're not within the deep niche of the planner community where terms like this need to exist, techo kaigi is a Japanese term that essentially means a plan for your planners. So today I'm going to be telling you guys what I plan to use in 2023 and showing you a little glimpse of what's on the inside. I do plan on doing a full reading journal setup video as well as a full bullet journal setup video for 2023, so stay tuned for those. That will definitely be a lot more in depth for my bullet journal and my reading journal. For today, we are just going to go over all of the notebooks that I plan to use. So without further ado, let's go to the overhead view. Hi, so admittedly I did not really plan this out very much, which is ironic because this is a video for my plan about my planners. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go down this stack that I have here and let you know what all I'll be using each notebook for. So this first notebook should look very familiar to you if you've ever seen any of my other videos on my channel before. This is my OG standard brown traveler's notebook. This has been my reading journal ever since I got it, and that is unsurprisingly not going to change for 2023. I don't even want to change the outside or the pencil loop or anything. Like this is pretty much going to stay as is. As for the innards of this guy, so I've still got the craft folder at the very front to hide the name of my library. Okay, so this reading log I'm still using because I'm currently filming this in November. This reading log will very soon be changed out to this reading log, which is also a grid insert that I am currently working on the setup process for 2023, but it's going to be very similar to what I have in here already, especially with regards to my running reading log. But again, I will be showing you guys a full in-depth video of what my reading journal for 2023 looks like, so stay tuned for that. As for the rest of the contents of this journal, I have put in something sort of new. Besides another craft folder, I actually put in a craft paper insert, and I have been using this as my creative reading journal. So I stopped making TBR spreads this year, mostly because I stopped reading on a monthly basis, and by that I mean like setting monthly TBRs, doing monthly wrap-ups, that kind of thing, just because for some reason my reading brain would short circuit if I did it on a month-to-month basis. I would say my reading journey has been a lot more consistent this year without doing a monthly reading routine, but I really did miss being able to make TBR spreads or fun spreads related to my reading, so I decided to make a journal that was just dedicated to making creative spreads with regards to my reading. And I started this in September, so I've been using it for a while. But yeah, I've just been making fun TBR spreads and whatnot, and I hope to be able to fill this out more to kind of get that creative juice out of me. And I'm really excited for what all I can do with this blank craft paper. And that's going to be it for my reading journal for 2023. Now on to my other traveler's notebook. I got this earlier this year. This is the standard size once again, but in blue for the traveler's notebook, and I've got my little misfortune charm right here. This has changed a lot. It did not get used a lot last year, and I really hated that because I bought it and wanted to use it so badly, but just could not find a consistent use for it. But I'm hoping that this setup is conducive to me using it almost on a daily basis, if not at least weekly. So on the inside, the first thing we've got here is a little plastic zipper pouch insert that I use just to keep some paper ephemera and other things that I need to reference on the daily. I do have a little pocket. I have pockets on the inside of all of my traveler's notebooks, but I don't use them as of recent. The first insert that I have here is going to be a grid insert, and I haven't used this one much, but this aims to be my creative journal that's unrelated to reading. So if I want to make some spread for fun or just get some creative juices out, this is what I intend to use that journal for. As you can see, I'm being pretty consistent when making a table of contents for all of my journals for 2023 just because I like it. It's a nice organization thing. And here you can see my little techo kaigi. This is the only spread I have in here here so far, but I'm really excited to be able to make more spreads like this. And then after that, I've got this, I think it's a blank insert. Yes, it's a blank insert. And I've got this sticker that I got from Baumkuchen on it. And this is my music journal. So in case you missed it, I've been playing guitar for about a year now, but recently I started getting a little more serious about it in that I'm taking lessons, I'm learning music theory, I'm actually trying to complete songs rather than learn the chorus or a single riff. Just started this the other day, but I'm already loving it because I'm writing down things like scales. I'm hoping to put some tabs and other chord progressions in here just for reference, and then hopefully this will help me build the habit of practicing guitar every single day, just so that I can get better. Honestly, I didn't play for a very long time, mostly because I was without my guitar for a very long time while we were moving, but I see progress at a much more consistent rate if I practice every day, which I know is a no-brainer, but you know, part of me just wants to be brilliant off the get-go without having to learn things like scales. That's not the reality, so hopefully this journal will help me kind of get on track with that. And the last insert that I have here in my standard traveler's notebook is one that I had in my passport size, but I was running into the issue of I just did not have enough space in that passport size to do everything that I really wanted to. Anyway, instead of talking around it, I'll just explain it. This is a lined insert that I'm using for my content creation journal. This is where I basically have to-do lists for all of the editing or filming that I have to do. If I have like a script that I need to write for a video, then I'll probably have notes on it down here. This has been really fun and also incredibly helpful in terms of like when I sit down and actually have time to do YouTube and whatnot. I have this list, and this list helps me be efficient with my time and really stay on track with putting out as many videos as I do. So yeah, I've been really loving this recently. As you can tell, it's just been really coming in handy for all of the videos that I've been making for you guys. So I'm excited to keep using it in 2023. And that's it for this traveler's notebook. I'm not really sure what to call it yet. It's like a personal slash hobby slash commonplace notebook system thing. My goal is to be able to use this consistently throughout the year 2023, just because I love this traveler's notebook so much. All right, this next notebook I think has been featured in quite a few videos, and it just doesn't change because it's my ride or die, my go-to, my...
Because he's my best friend, he's my pal, he's my homeboy, my rotten soldier, he's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
This is my go-to journal for work. This is a hardcover moleskin with lined paper, and I'm not going to show you anything on the inside because it's my work journal and that's all sensitive information, but I love moleskin paper because it's so soft and nice to write on, especially with ballpoint pens, which I've been really loving using for the past couple of years. So yeah, this won't change much just because I really love using this. If I run out of pages, I would say I'm about like a third of the way through this notebook, I'll just get another one because it's just so clutch. It's perfect for writing down notes for meetings, my to-dos every single day, and all that kind of stuff. You can check out my stationery I'm currently using and loving video to see more of how I use this moleskin as my work journal. Okay, and the next notebook I have is my bullet journal. So I feel like I've kind of gone in the wrong direction in terms of bullet journals because I feel like everyone starts out with a Leuchtturm 1917 hardcover notebook as like their first bullet journal, but I've been bullet journaling for like almost 10 years now, and this is the first Leuchtturm I've ever had. You guys can see me setting up my very first spreads in this Leuchtturm in my November plan with me video, so I'll link that below. And in that video I asked you guys to give me suggestions for what to put on the cover because it was blank at the time, but since filming that video I have just started sticking on various band stickers that I had laying around on the covers, and I totally love it. just a little bit of my personality and music taste on the cover. So again, in terms of what the inside looks like, you guys are gonna have to wait for the full bullet journal setup video. Yeah, I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I will be filming that and posting that very soon. So like I said, please stay tuned. All right, and the last journal that I have here is a journal from my favorite sticker shop, Audrey Okea. I know that I've talked about her store a billion thousand times on this channel, but I really can't sing enough praises. And earlier, I think this month or last month, she released her very first notebooks, and I had to grab a large A5 size just because the illustration is so beautiful. So this is a dot grid notebook with 160 GSM paper, so very similar to an Archer and Olive. It's got a band, it's got this beautiful like faux leather cover. It's very soft to the touch, which I was very surprised at. I thought it would be cloth like Archer and Olive, but I actually was very pleasantly surprised by the quality and the make of this cover. Haven't done much with this yet. I haven't even put my name in it, but I'm hoping that this can be a place where I can practice my hand lettering and calligraphy. As you guys know, I've been working on that more this year. The really nice thing about 160 GSM paper is that you can really use pretty much any writing utensil with it, whether it's oil-based, water-based, if it's a paint pen essentially, you can use that on this paper without much bleed through. I am excited to test out a whole bunch of different brush markers for my hand lettering in this notebook. But you know, that might change. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of writing normally in more than, I would say, 80 GSM paper, but who knows? I am definitely a planner hopper, as I heard Lindsay Scribble say in her planner video, so I'm sure this planner lineup will change sometime throughout the year. And if it does, you guys will certainly be the first to hear about it. But as far as I am concerned, for the moment, this is my planner lineup for 2023. I'm really excited. As you can tell, I've been planning this since September, and I'm finally putting it into practice here in November. So I'm super excited to be using all of these notebooks for the next year, and I hope to show you guys tons of what I make in these notebooks in the coming year. I think that's all I have for you guys, so thank you so much as always for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.